Just get convinced. Welcome back, Schnookies, to your content and relational strategies in debate settings. And we have actually already found out what the content and relational strategies are all about. Content obviously relates to the issues that you as a political party want to push through. And the relational strategy showcases how you're going to position yourself in contrast to your opponents or to the other parties that are running for office. We are fully aware of the fact that the issues need to be properly chosen. You need to not only find out what moves the citizens, you don't want to just find out what issues are on top of the agenda. You also need to find out which issues to choose that will set you apart. Remember, a lot of political issues are just repeated ad nauseum until we get nauseous. And if you want to make a significant difference in the minds of people, you also need to choose issues that are maybe not top of the list. For that, you of course have to find out what your candidate is doing, not just in terms of the issues that they are choosing, but also in terms of the actions that they are proposing. Only through the wise and researched choice of issues will you maybe be able to build something that is special, that you can reinforce your candidate's image, that you can actually get some support or sway undecided voters. Remember, these guys are the people that you really want to get to at the end of the day. You can see here on the slide that I have shown you a little bit of a research outcome from the Pew Research Center. They are a very reputable institution to do with research, and they actually had a look in 2016 what kind of issues are on top of the list of South Africans. And not only which ones are on top of the list, but also where they would maybe participate, where they would maybe get active if these issues were in any way badly managed. Poor healthcare, right on top. Poverty, right on top. Poor quality schools, right on top. And then the lesser motivating issues are governmental corruption and police misconduct. I think the reason why governmental corruption is not on top of the list is because we are so used to it and we actually don't really know what to do about it anymore. I've also included the kind of issues that were on top of the campaigning efforts in 2009: service delivery, corruption, education, poverty, unemployment, violent crime, healthcare, HIV/AIDS, and others. As I said, these are the mainstream issues. Yes, you as a party, you have to, in your content strategy, also answer to these issues. But maybe you want to find something that is new. Maybe you want to find an issue that has not been covered by other parties. I know this is a tricky one, and it can also be a very controversial choice. But if you want to wake those voters up, those apathetic, bored voters, that's maybe the way to go. The relational strategy, remember, has to do with how you relate to your opponent, where you stand in relation to your opponent. And there are 5 major relational strategies that they actually propose here: attack, defend, sell, ignore, me too, me better. I mean, you can already hear with the me too, me better relational strategy, I would be very careful, because you actually might come across as quite childish, and that is the last thing you want to do. However, if you're trying to chase somebody in the political sense in your election campaign, that is, if you're not the majority party, maybe you want to showcase here and there how you can actually improve on the situation that has been set by the majority party or by the ruling party. Ignorance. I have seen so many debates and so many campaigns where the majority candidate especially ignored the others. They don't want to. Actually, they are too good to engage with the others. They've already proven themselves. They've been voted in. So to ignore the opposition is only a good strategy if you are in the lead, if you are the front runner. Sometimes, if you're not the front runner, you also want to engage in the ignore strategy, especially when the others are tearing themselves apart and if there's a mudslinging contest going on between the other opponents. For example, EFF and ANC are very, very charged in their interactions with one another, and the DA would actually do better with just like staying out of it. Crickets. We are left with attack, defend, and sell. Selling is actually the way forward, I believe. You should not concentrate on your opponent so much. You should just do your thing and persuade people and do that in an ethical way about what you can do and what you are doing well. You're selling, you're not telling. People react well to that because they ultimately can make up their minds about you. If you are put in a corner, yes, you might actually have to use the relational strategy of defense. I would not use that as the major strategy. The DA, as I've mentioned before, is very much on the attack at all times toward the ANC, and then, of course, the ANC retaliates. Therefore, the DA has to defend themselves. It just looks weak, and ultimately, it's not about defending yourself, it's about serving the people. Not a good strategy. Attacking, under certain circumstances, why not, guys? If the opposition party has done something wrong, attack them for it, yes. If the character of the party political leader is questionable, or if that person has been wrapped up in some criminal or corrupt activities, actually do attack. But once again, as a major relational strategy, maybe not such a good idea. Think about it. Do you only want to define yourself through your offensive techniques? Or do you want to define yourself through your own program, through your own issues that you are bringing forward? As I said, I think selling is the right way forward. See you next time. Bye.